What is up, you guys? Welcome back to day 4 of the 12 days of Wolfmas. We're up 29.06 in around 11 and a half hours of play. Pretty absurd hourly rate so far, but I'm giving it all away to you guys. If you're new here, you have to be subscribed to be eligible. You also have to like the video, and you also have to comment the keyword that I'll give you at the end of the video down below. So those are the 3 requirements. As for now, we're going back down to 1-2. I want to grind up a steady profit here for you guys. And playing 5-5 is fun and profitable when you're winning, but it's a little bit risky for this challenge. So I want to make a lot of people's holidays a little bit better. So I think I can definitely win a few $100 tonight. We're into the 1-2 here at TCH Social for $300. And wish me some luck. Let's try to run it up. Let's go. We're into the 1-2 for $300. First hand, we pick up ace, jack, offsuit from the cutoff. Over a few limps, I make it $15 to go. We're going to get 2 customers, the small blind and hijack both call. And we are flopping ourselves 2 pair on an ace, jack, 4 board. Let's go. Action checks to me. I fire out for $20 and only the small blind wants to continue, which means we're heads up to a turn, which comes the queen of spades. I guess it completes king 10 and brings in a backdoor spade draw. When the small blind checks, we have to continue to pile money in the middle. 91 in the middle. I fire out for half of that and the small blind waves the white flag. Hand number 2, we downgrade from ace-jack down to king-jack offsuit on the button. I make it $20 to go over a few limps, and the small blind and the +2 limper calls as well. We're going 3 ways in position to a flop, although this time we don't flop 2 pair. Instead, we whiff on a queen 8-3 board, but when they both check to me, a pretty good board to go for a range bet on. I fire out for $25, and like the first hand, they both fold again. 2 for 2 on the session, not a bad start so far, and we upgrade to the Cowboys now. It's only fitting we are in Texas. I make it $20 to go from the cutoff over a straddle, and 4 people put in the call. Texas poker, man, it's alive and well. 4 people calling a $20 raise, and that means we are 5 ways to the flop. Although we have pocket kings, the flop is less than ideal. It comes queen 10-7 all clubs. To make matters worse, the opponent in the big blind jams all in for around $600. The action folds around to me. It's a really tough spot because we don't have the king of clubs in our hand. He could easily have a flush, a set, or 2 pair. There's not too many draws that would want to shove here other than the ace or king of clubs type draws. However, that's a little bit ambitious considering he's shoving into 4 opponents. I'm going to make a pretty tight fold here. I know I'm playing with your guys' money, but I would do this with my money as well. An overpair here in this spot is just a bluff catcher, and we don't want to give away our hard-earned money on one hand in what feels like kind of a punt. When I fold, lucky for you guys, we are going to see this run out because the small blind puts in the call. The big blind yells for no club, so it sounds like he already has a made hand. The turn and river come deuce-deuce. He turns over 10-7, so we would have beat that hand with 2 pair of kings and deuces. But lucky for us, the small blind turns over the flush. We would have won a little bit in the side pot, considering the big blind had a little bit more chips than the villain in the small blind. However, we would have lost a lot of money in this one. So pretty stoked that I was able to fold the overpair in that hand. In the very next hand, we pick up pocket queens. So back-to-back kings and queens here in Texas. Pretty sick spot. I raise it up to $20 and the cutoff puts in the call. The big blind, who is a vlog watcher, makes it $50 to go. The action folds back around to me. I ask how much he has in his stack. It looks like around 175. So I decide to 4-bet, rip it all in. And he snap calls me with aces. We're off to a run out, and he has us in pretty tough shape. He's going to take this down 8 out of every 10 times, until, of course, the flop comes queen, jack, 3, bang, we flop top set. Look at that, the poker gods are smiling down on me for doing a Christmas giveaway, and we flop ourselves top set, and we reverse those odds. The turn and river are no help to him, and we're taking down that $371 pot straight to the bank. All right, 8-9 of diamonds from the small blind. I raise it up to $20 over a straddle, who puts in the call, defending his straddle. Off to a flop we go, out of position, which gives me an open-ended straight draw on a 10-7 3 board. I'll have a lot of overcards here, so I want to mix in some checks. That's what I decide to do, and the straddle checks it behind, bringing in the deuce of hearts. I check it over once again. It just doesn't seem like the best card to go for a bet on, and the straddle checks it behind, bringing in an interesting card, the ace of diamonds. I should have a lot of ace-x in my range when I check flop and turn, so I think this is a good spot to bet nearly the size of the pot. So yeah, I bet $35, and the under the gun straddle doesn't call, doesn't fold, instead raises it up to $100, which makes no sense because this ace smashes me, not them. However, since they are raising, they probably slow played a set or two pair. I'm going to have to muck my cards considering I just have 9 high, and he shows the ace of hearts and said that he made 2 pair. Merry Wolfmas, everybody. As you already know, I'm picking 7 lucky winners to split the profits of my 12 days of poker. But I have a special announcement that will be sure to sweeten the deal to make you want to enter. Champions Card Club in Houston has graciously offered to pay for all 7 winners' flights and hotel stays, where each of you will receive your winnings as a buy-in on the Champions Club live stream. That's right, a round-trip flight, 2-night hotel stay, and your first buy-in on the Champions 2-5 live stream, all covered for free. Oh, and did I mention you'll be playing against me, Wolfgang, on the live stream? That's right, all of you who keep commenting that you take my money at the poker table, well, now it's your time to step up to the felt. Remember, in order to enter, you need to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment the keyword I give at the end of the video. Good luck and happy holidays. All right, we upgrade to ace king of spades from the big blind. Undergun makes it 7. There's a few callers over to me, so I decide to raise it up to $40. Under the gun and the small blind both put in the call. We're off to a flop 3 ways, which gives me the nut flush draw and 2 overcards, 7-5 deuce with 2 spades. Small blind checks. I decide to fire out for $40, and both opponents put in the call, giving us the nuts on the turn, the 10 of spades. Bang! We turn the flush. Obviously, having the nuts is pretty great. I don't want to go too big and everyone folds, but I also don't want to check and not let the pot get any bigger, so I fire out for $100, and both players fold. So step A is make the best hand, and step B is extracting the money. We went 1 for 2 in those steps there, but still, $350 coming our way, and we're chipping up nicely in this one. All right, pocket queens, another premium. I make it $20 to go over a straddle, and this time we get 3 callers, so 4 ways to a flop, and we flop ourselves an overpair on a Jack 7-3 board. I fire out for $40, and Peyton in the straddle puts in the call. Off to the turn we go, which comes the 8 of clubs. I guess it brings in 9-10 exactly. However, I don't know how much 9-10 he's going to be floating the flop with. So when he checks to me, I decide to bet out for $90, just targeting any jack, any 7 like ace 7 of diamonds or hearts. And when I fire out for $90, it puts him in a weird spot apparently because he's thinking about it, but then ultimately folds. He made a great fold because he said he had a jack. I guess he gave me credit for pocket 7s, pocket 8s, or an overpair, which of course, as you can see, I had. So yeah, Peyton's a vlog watcher, and he's a good player at that. Folding a jack on this board, pretty tough to do, but he makes the right one. That brings us into the last hand of the night, ace 9 of diamonds from the cutoff. I decide to 3-bet a hijack open. Folds back around to him. He folds his cards, picking up a few extra bucks for you guys. And now we rack up our chips, head over to the cage, and let's bring it to the outro. Day 4 is in the books. We made $273, bringing our total north of $31.79. So pretty crazy. I passed $3,000 in 4 sessions. I'm giving that all away to you guys. All you have to do is be a subscriber, like the video, and leave a comment down below something about a flush. Yes, that's what you have to do. Let me know down below. At the end of the series, I'm going to pick 7 lucky winners, fly them out to Houston, put them up for 2 nights, and give them their buy-in on a live stream. It's going to be all expenses paid and a pretty sick experience, also hosted by Champions Club out there in Houston. Huge shout out to my poker coach, Alvin. All of his links are down below to a training course and to his email for private coaching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow in day 5. When it pops in your newsfeed, be sure to hit it, and I'll catch you then. Peace.
Wolfgang Poker?